Well, hello, YouTube. Right, I've just watched Star Trek Lower Decks. Interesting about four characters. The bridge crew started off quite funny. I do like right. I've had to write these down because these are new characters. So I did like Ensign Boylan. He's a bit of a wanker. He wants to get up the greasy pole and get up to the higher decks and become an officer, and he sticks to the rule book and won't question anything. You've got the cyborg character, and you've got Ensign Mariner. I'm a big fan of her. She's like up to all kinds of dodgy stuff, but she's been in an officer before. You've got the Orion. I think she's an Orion, and you've got Rutherford, the cyborg. He goes on a date, and the the other ensign kisses him, but he don't register it. There's no really, because she don't find a diagnostic to level 2 diagnostic too exciting, or she can't do it. Right, it's a start. I mean, it starts off with Ensign Ensign Boylan hiding in the storage cabinet doing a captain's log. Apparently, does 5 a day. And Mariner opens door, and she says, "Yeah, what are you doing?" Another captain's log, and it's all quite embarrassing. And it starts off quite nice. We get the Orion. I think she's an Orion. I forgot her name. The green one. She turns up. She's right excited to be on board the ship. We do have like a Riker sort of Kirky type character. I think he's the number one, the second in command. That's Commander. Is it Commander Phillips? He's a bit of an egotist. I mean, this is all sort of quite good because where do you remember that episode of Voyager with the people in the lower decks of the ship that were just forgotten about? This is what we're dealing with, and I was very critical of this. I didn't like the ship when I saw it, but I've got to admit, within 5 to 6 minutes, I sort of started to enjoy this. And they've got more right on this than Star Trek Discovery. I'm not being funny. They say you can relate to this straight away. There's a lot of mentions in canon to other things. But it's basically about these four. I think I'd say from the first episode, it's about the four Starfleet ensigns that are on, the lower decks. You've got Boylan, who wants to get to command. Ensign Mariner, she's just really dodgy, but it all comes out her mum and dad is an admiral and a captain. Mother wants her off ship, which is really funny in that scene with her father when she's, "I'm going to get all captainy with you now," and he said, "Oh no, I've got admiral business." Ensign Rutherford, he's a bit like logical. He's a bit, he don't sort of say it all for what it is, because a bit of romance, and he just don't register any of it. He sort of do the level 2 diagnostic, and the Orion, she's like excited to be on board, and it's all amazing. But like start getting into reality of it. They go to this planet Garalax or something it's called, and they. Commander, what's he called again? Commander Phillips gets bitten by a bug, and the old ship becomes like zombies and stuff. And there's this big like plague attack all over the ship. They're all attacking each other, and they're all sort of twisted, and there's like zombies. And they deal with the situation. It ends on the planet. You've got the first protocol, like contact with other races, and Boylan, he's been sent on a secret mission by Mariner's mother to to spy on her, and he thinks she's selling Starfleet weapons, shovels and all this. I mean, it's quite. I don't really want to give too many spoilers away, but the episode is really good. Look, I was pretty critical of the animation and rest of it, but I've watched this twice this morning, and I have to say I have enjoyed it. I think there could be some potential, but it is only the first episode. I think the humour, and it is quite gross in parts. I mean, there's a scene where the green one she's around, is holding one of the officer's hearts and squeezing it to keep him alive. I mean, it is quite gruesome, and the humour is very funny. I enjoyed this. I really did. I know some people are going to say, "Well, I'm not watching it and I can't stand it." But I honestly, I do recommend you give this a go. I said to my colleague who I do the Solo One Sci-Fi podcast with, Copeland, we talked about this, and we said that it's going to be one of these things that after a couple of episodes, you're going to be hooked or you're going to be into it. It's going to grow on you. You know, you're either going to hate this or you're going to like it. Now, I straight away was relating to this. I mean, they had the L-Cars thing from Next Generation and all that. That were mentioned. The Khan's mentioned. Gary Mitchell. I mean, they're all mentioning jokes and stuff. You've got Commander Phillips on the bridge, who's just a glory hound and an ego. The captain's quite sensible. I mean, Bob Boylan at the end, you do feel quite sorry for him, but he does come through. And you see the bond forming between these four characters at the back of me. So, yeah, I mean, I could go over in every part, but I don't really want to give spoilers on this episode because it's just new and it's just come out. So, guys, I do recommend this. Give it a go. It's funny. You know, I quite enjoyed it. I really was worried about this. I have to say, I felt more in common with this than Star Trek Discovery. There's so much mention to canon and stuff. And I do like the characters. I do. You're getting this, like, the little people at the bottom of the ship attitude. I quite like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like all the Ensign Barclays and do you remember all them on Voyager when in that episode? I might give that a look today. The Voyager episode with the lower decks. I mean, it's a shame really because you can so relate it to like the Next Generation and DS. It's quite a nice. The technology, everything what they're talking about. I mean, it's a great phaser fight in 10 Forward. They've got all the standard things. I mean, the holodeck is hilarious, the scene on the holodeck, you know. But it's no spoilers, I can't. It's been a nice ride. Just a quick review. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to episode 2, but it is only the first episode, so we should know within 4 to 5 episodes if it's going to be good. But it made a nice start, and I'll tell you something, it put a smile on my face. You know, so I'm going to say live long and prosper, guys. So I will be on live Sunday at 6 o'clock. I do recommend Star Trek Lower Decks. So far, it's only one episode, I will say that. But yeah, I did enjoy it. So I will be live Sunday at 6 p.m. UK time for an hour. So we can talk about this as well. Lower Decks should be interesting. So I will see you on the next video, guys. Stay safe, wear a mask, and live long and prosper.